Welcome back to the GSL Code S. We're here in the final day of the round of 16, Group D. And we're going to go to our second best of 3. It's going to be Flash against KangHo.
That's right. We just had Parting take out Maru 2-1.
Really awesome game in that last one.
I think that series showed that Parting is such a complete package of a player because he won that last game off of intelligence and godly micro. And the game before that, he got a bit behind and played a beautiful macro game with faking attacks and doing harassment. Like, the guy can do absolutely anything. He's as dangerous as any player in the world.
He really, really is. Well,
but this group is so ridiculous. Who knows, man? Party might just get
the group of death
next to.
It's totally possible. Now, into this next match, I predict that Flash will probably win 2-1, but KangHo has been around for a long time. He's old school.
Flash mechanically is similar to Innovation. Like, he spends every damn mineral at the right time. So he's very, very tough to beat. But
if these guys were sodas, it'd be like Flash is like Coca-Cola, and then Innovation's like cherry Coca-Cola. Okay?
Yeah. Okay.
But they're both Coke products.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that. But he's like the original Coke with sugar in it. There's no high fructose corn syrup.
Yeah, no, he's got the, what is it, sugarcane in the original Coca-Cola?
I guess so, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I believe they use sugarcane. In fact, if you come out to Korea and you get a soda here, it does not have high fructose corn syrup.
Only America forces all so their food to have that disgusting
thing that you can get addicted to that is absolutely terrible.
It's like, don't even get me started.
It's so nasty. But yeah, if you ever come out to Korea, get a Coca-Cola because that has sugarcane in it, so it actually tastes different.
Yeah,
it's not as bad for you. Not the Coke is really good for you.
I'm not actually a fan of soda anyways.
Oh, I don't drink soda at all unless I'm mixing it with some kind of liquor or something.
Yeah, that's the only time
as far as I'm concerned, that's why sodas were invented, is so I could drink
I think
alcoholic beverages with a different flavor.
Sure. Maybe one time per year, I'll have like 1/2 of a Coke.
You know what I'll do? Twice a year, I'll get a Dr. Pepper. Yeah. One day I'm like, you know what? It's time. I'm going to get that Dr. Pepper.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not a fan of. It's funny though because back when I was a teenager playing Starcraft 1 all day long.
Oh, I could drink like 6 cans of soda
every day. I'd have like a 2-liter Coke just sitting on my desk. That's like what I drank while I played until I got a bit older and smarter and I started drinking green tea.
You're like, wait a minute, I feel terrible all the time.
Anyways, let's take a look at these guys' stats. Can't agree exactly with these stats. To see Flash at 87 for macro kind of makes me question the opinions of the humans who made this. He really does spend money basically as well as anybody.
Well, I mean, Flash is like a Ford factory or something.
Yeah.
You know, as far as efficiency goes. This is crazy, man. These two players here.
I gotta wonder. I think
KangHo's the odd man out here.
The thing is, he has so many accomplishments. Like, he's always getting deep. He's playing very well recently.
He's been to the finals of a GSL Code S.
He's got his own kind of style too. Like, he likes to go queen heavy. He stays heavier on like lings and veins, like ground forces a lot of the time.
Yeah.
He uses infestors more than most circuits, although he's backed off of that recently. So I think he's dangerous. Like, there's a possibility he can take this.
Well, we'll see. Flash is really waiting for that moment where he's cemented himself as the best here in StarCraft 2. Most of his reputation here is from what he did in StarCraft 1. So this tournament here, the final GSL Code S of this year, is a great opportunity to do that. Let's go.
I'm excited, but the way my heart is beating, I'm gonna need a riot squad to help control my breathing. Communicating with me.
In the upper left, the best StarCraft 1 Terran player of all time. He is
KT Roaster Flash.
Not quite delivering what people want to see from him quite yet.
Yep, he's not there yet. And in the bottom right, we have a GSL Code S finalist. He is
LGIM KangHo.
Formerly known as Lucira.
That's right.
Had an ID change.
KangHo is his name. I wonder what would happen if you tried to change your ID. You're like, well, instead of Tasteless, my name is now just completely capitalized Nick.
It looks like, actually, I'm trying to think if I had to change my ID. Like, I actually like the ID tasteless. Like, I think it's a good idea. I think it's got some stickiness. It's memorable. It's different. I'm trying to think if I was like Super Nick 21 or something bad.
By the way, this is a little bit odd what we're seeing. We actually have a very fast drone scout from KangHo going right across the map.
God.
Oh,
damn.
Yeah.
That was down to the last little
Welcome back,
millisecond.
StarCraft 1.
Damn. Yeah, no kidding.
So the drone actually kind of harassing in its own way, and the offensive engineering bay come down. In fact, KangHo just pulled down all these drones, and the effectiveness of that engineering bay is astounding.
Yeah.
Because he's cost him so much, but you know what? This drone has been astounding as well because it's been chased around just so much.
Both these guys getting harassed a lot early on here.
By the way, that type of blocking is definitely something that you could have seen in StarCraft 1.
Yeah, that happened a lot, stuff like that.
So, kind of mixing that in. We haven't seen it too much in StarCraft 2. We've seen it a couple times, but not the most popular thing to see. So this is cool. A cool start to this game already. And that was a great first series. That, you know, a couple days ago, I felt like it was the worst day of GSL this season so far.
Yeah,
that one we had a couple days ago with
that
Super
was a
and
bad
Sue
one.
And Innovation and Jakshi, but today so far absolutely fantastic.
Both these guys with almost the exact same amount of game time on average. Now, it's funny to see the win rate before the 9-minute marker. Flash is pretty conservative. He's not as conservative as Rain, but he's almost as conservative as Rain when it comes to play style.
Yeah, he's always going for the macro game in a different way, though. It's not like a defensive macro game. He wants to get his macro up, and he figures once he gets his macro up, he's going to produce so many units and move them around so quickly and so smartly that he'll just win. By the way, I really like this offensive gas by KangHo as well. That's going to slow Flash down. Flash obviously wants to grab a couple gases right now and get into his Hellion production really quickly, but he's being denied that. So he has to make that gas at the natural instead, so it's just a bit slower than he really wanted. Good moves.
Yeah, and so he's going to have to take the gas down there as we see. Bunker coming up now. And this is a great, nice cancel and build on that again. This is a lot of lost time here.
It is. And he knows where those two Marines are and everything. I mean, has a lot of nice things going for him. Now, in the meantime, for KangHo, he's actually grabbing his speed upgrade. He's not mining any more gas, though, so this is just kind of a controlling thing. He's going to have map control with it. The wall-in isn't done yet at the natural, so there's a possibility that we could see him make a bunch of lings if he thinks that that's not going to be finished. And, of course, since he's going to have speed done before the first Hellion's out, the Hellions are not going to be quite as effective as they would be otherwise. So I like these openings, man. This is great already.
He almost went for the command center again, and then sent that SCV back. Is he going to...
That's kind of...
Oh, he just made it down there. Okay, I was like, where...
Yeah, I know. I'm like, where did those minerals go?
Yeah. He just like queue up like 5 SCVs in each command center or something.
I know. I was looking at the production tab. I'm like, I don't get it. Okay.
Okay, so he just wants to make sure that there's a wall in there in case he does get cheesed out. And so he's going to use the command center as part of that. And when KangHo sees that, as he just did, he's going to just focus on economics here.
KangHo right now is getting some additional queens, as he normally does. Really great scout there. Tells him the timing of when Hellions are coming out. Tells him that there's going to be a quick starport, that he has to watch out for things like drops or Banshees. I really feel like this game's going quite well for KangHo so far, Tasteless.
Yeah, KangHo is looking good, actually. And as you said, that queen style. KangHo, out of all the Zerg players that we've casted, he's the one, when you say queen, I think of the most.
Certainly.
We've seen him crank out like 8 queens before.
Yeah.
Putting creep tumors everywhere.
The queen is really his unit, along with the infestor and the zergling. Like those are units he really likes. I don't think we're going to see the infestor play. Like he kind of gave up on that after like a couple. I think he did it a little bit last season, but kind of shied away. It doesn't work as well as it once did.
And with 4 bases here, if KangHo doesn't go contested here, he's going to be in some trouble.
Guess what?
Oh my goodness!
Mech.
That's interesting. We know that because of the double armories, guys.
Yeah, that is for sure.
That is for sure.
So double armory. Flash is going mech against KangHo. And
Now,
KangHo with his queen heavy style, like, this is something people don't think about. Queens are good against mech. This is actually something really
it's funny.
funny.
When you think about like a siege tank shot
I forget
on a queen.
It was either TLO or Scarlet.
It was Scarlet.
Telling me. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it was because like the siege tank shot, the queen's so fat that the splash isn't as strong against everything else around it.
That's so funny. It's true. And of course they can heal stuff, so that's nice. Also have pretty decent range. Now that is a lot of Hellions coming in. Really nice Zerglings coming in to help out a little bit. Gotta be careful there. Ooh, I feel like he overcommitted slightly on the Zerglings. Almost got the Banshee, not quite though. So 7 queens out so far. He's pretty safe. He's going up to 4 bases. I don't think he actually knows about the mech yet, because you can go Hellion Banshee into bio, of course. In fact, that was very common back. You know, KangHo has been around in GSL since Season 1, so...
Yeah.
Wow. Going up to quite a few factories right away. He's got his 3rd base.
So we're probably going to see the Thor Hellion style pushing out here.
I think he's definitely going to have to scout, see exactly what's going on with KangHo, what type of units he's going for. Definitely need to have at least a Thor, though, because mutas are so popular right now.
Yeah.
Adding in some Hellbats at the moment, getting Blue Flame.
I'm excited because this is Flash meching. Oh!
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
that Link does not get in there. Yeah, and you know, Flash was the god of StarCraft 1 Terran, and in StarCraft 1, in the 2 of the 3 matches you could play as Terran, you were meching.
Every time.
So Terrans were, every time. And there was like maybe like 1 out of 99 games where you're like, well, you can do this weird thing like this and win. But basically,
He's so good at mech. He's the best ever at mech by far. And even against Zerg, you would mech occasionally. Now look at that. First off, that's hilarious that he does them in a row like that.
That's from StarCraft 1 as well. That's StarCraft 1 factory place right there in a big line like that.
That's kind of funny. My brain is just so happy right now. I'm trying to figure out exactly why he does it like that. I think is that like to split his base in half for a specific reason against drops, I wonder? Well, not exactly sure. Like, it's set up in such a way that he could go up to like 20 factories in his main.
First of all, people, you know, when you're against Terran, if you drop on their production facilities, you probably and they can't stop it. You're going to kill him. But he could. Let's say there's a big Zerg drop coming in here. If he gets all the rest of his mech army on one side of the factories, he can use that as cover.
That's true. If he drops on the right
with
side,
roaches or something, roaches don't have a lot of range.
No, they don't.
He can actually use the factories for cover on one side.
Exactly. He could actually rally everything out to the left side if there's a drop on the right. So that's kind of neat. We'll see.
I don't know if that's why he did it, but
no, I don't either. It's all hearsay here. Now look at this. He's making gigantic depot walls. This is really, really cool. Just trying to stop any harassment going on. That's really smart by KangHo.
Now this should be a really long game.
Oh yes,
I mean,
no doubt.
The Terran meching, and one of the fundamental facts about mech with Terran is that if you're meching and you're playing solid, you can't be attacked. So you have to go into a late dramatic game.
Any way that they try to attack has to be either Swarm Hosts, Brood Lords, or maybe trying some Viper type play, which is I think what we're going to see out of KangHo first. But if you spread your siege tanks really, really well, then you're going to actually be able to stop Vipers. Like, Vipers don't do as well against a bunch of very well spread siege tanks, so that Blinding Cloud only hits one at a time.
Is he SCV pulling too? Oh no, that's for repair, excuse me. So he's coming out, and another scan over here. Oh wait, now we have a drop. Or is this a fakie? Or is this a... No, this is a fake. All right.
So let's see. Oh god, I would give anything to have my preview PC right now to see if he rallies everything to the left side.
We'll never know.
Looks like he knows that that's a fake at this point. Continues to move forward. We have a lot of Hydra, some Banelings on the way as well.
This was a maxed out Terran, by the way, before 15 minutes. He's pushing out here very quickly, and the question is, does KangHo rather have enough? There's a lot of Banelings down here, and they're connecting with the Thors.
Some great surface area from KangHo, to be sure. Just enough roaches to tank a lot of damage, so the Hydras could deal some extra. And it looks like he won't quite clean it up, but he killed off a huge chunk of that mech army.
But the mech army is continuing to stream down right now. By the way, that drop of Overlords, or the fake drop, is dumping a bunch of creep over there at the fourth so that he can't mine from there. That's really smart.
Very nice move indeed. Flash is so focusing on this. Like, it's hard to even have anti-air with this to move that many Overlords. So here we go. A lot of roaches coming down. A little bit of a flank as well. The SCV's trying to repair, trying to save that siege tank. He does save the one on the left. Another one will be taken out. This is a crazy battle right now. That Banshee is really doing a lot of damage as well.
Yeah, and it looks like just barely KangHo is going to deflect this attack.
Well, he's going to not kill that Thor, unfortunately, because those SCVs repairing it so well.
Oh, I didn't actually see that. The SCV
This is
there.
actually,
Yeah.
I feel like Flash has been pretty strong with his cost efficiency during big parts of this engagement.
Well, if he can't stop this, the Terran is going to push right into the heart here. Now, notice the Hydra Den and the Roach Warren are actually in this location as well.
Well, the Roach is coming down. Those Hellbats really going to work on them as they clump up. The SCVs repairing everything. So this is actually it, I think. I think he's actually done it with this push.
It's too bad, too, because all these tech structures here, this is going to make it so that Zerg can only make Zerglians.
He almost broke this push several times, but it's,
Well, this is the macro machine that we're talking about that is Flash. StarCraft 1 macro is the hardest macro in the whole world.
With Terran especially.
Yeah, with Terran especially. And that's it. GG.
Pretty insane. Awesome build by Flash. Great strategy. KangHo doesn't hold that, but it was reasonably close to holding it at least. Like, he almost broke through a couple times. And if you break through completely, then Flash has to make some more units, then come down again. And that gives KangHo the time he needs.
Flash out-muscled KangHo back there.
He did. That's what it was. It was a battle of
that was like in Dragon Ball Z, where they're both, like come in, man. They're both like blasting at each other, and one guy has more power, and it slowly pushes the beam.
Yeah, back and forth.
Yeah, that's what that was.
Cell versus Gohan, but Flash didn't have a broken arm, so he was able to overcome a lot quicker. Look at that. KangHo even has the green headset. Kind of looks like Cell.
Yeah.
A little bit.
A little bit. Fits our metaphor perfectly. Yeah. Our next map's going to be Frost. I don't think we're going to see Flash mech on this map.
I'd be quite surprised if he
I would
on this
be
map.
pretty impressed if he, with a map that looks like this. Yeah. Probably not your best bet.
Yeah, really, Aklon is probably your best mech map in the whole pool. In fact, I feel like Aklon needs to go away pretty soon. It's like so easy to turtle on and take bases. Like,
Aklon has been figured out.
Yeah, pretty much.
I like some of these new maps that we have here. I actually feel like they should speed up map rotation, just in general in esports.
Yeah,
there's no reason to not have every.
Well, each season we've had a little bit of a rotation at least.
Yeah, but I wouldn't even mind seeing more of a rotation.
As next season starts, I am just crossing my fingers Whirlwind and Belshear disappear forever.
Oh yeah, no, I'm done with Whirlwind. It's packed down here, as everybody is here to see the group of death. We're here in the second best of 3 right now. Lucier down 1 game as we enter into game number 2 here at the GSL Korea.